results into the My Cricket system. Welcome to part 2 of the NSCA season launch. Let's talk about umpiring. The fact that we have player umpires at virtually every game, and by most of the time we avoid a lot of confrontation, is actually one of the strengths of our association. We need to be realistic and understand that the way things are today, we won't get official umpires at all at our games. And we rely on knowledgeable player umpires to take the responsibility to step up and take on that role of making the decisions on the day. Captains are responsible for nominating the player umpires on the day, and they're responsible for ensuring that they are suitably knowledgeable, both in the MCC laws and in the local NSCA rules. Player umpires are entitled to exactly the same respect as an official umpire. Player umpires are entitled to the same respect as an official umpire. Let's just talk about some of the more contentious rules that people seem to forget about each year. No ball. A slow full toss above the shoulder is a no ball. Now, what's a slow full toss? Well, a ball from a spinner. If it's a fast bowler and it goes above the waist of the batsman, that should be a no ball as well. The umpire at the bowler's end should be calling those no balls, though the umpire at square leg can certainly assist the bowler's end umpire. And of course, the definition of the waist and the shoulder depends on the batsman standing upright in his normal batting position, not when he's crouched. If there is a bouncer over the head, that should be a no ball as well. And of course, for AstroTurf games, if the ball lands on the grass, that is a no ball. For the front foot, some part of the front foot, either lowered or raised, must land behind the popping crease. So let's take a look at some of the cases that have been put together by the New South Wales Cricket Umpires and Scorers Association. No ball. That one's okay. The front foot's behind the line. That's okay as well. The front foot, although raised, is still behind the popping crease. Clearly a no ball. That's okay. Now, how about LBW? Firstly, if you are an umpire and he is out, you should give him out. And if he's not out, you should give him not out. Don't be intimidated by either your own teammates or the opposition into giving someone out or not out if that's not the decision that you think is appropriate. The call the other team has set the standard is irrelevant. If you're the umpire, you make the judgment on that given ball. And there's a couple of key rules. Firstly, it has to be going to hit the stumps. It must pitch in line with the stumps or outside off. And if it hits him on the pad outside off, it cannot be out if the batsman is offering a shot. This is clearly not out because it pitched outside leg. This one pitched in front of the stumps but was going to miss, so of course it's not out. This was going down leg, not out. Going down leg, not out. Now this hit the batsman on the full outside off stump, but because he wasn't playing a shot and because it was going to hit the stumps, this is out. Just because a player gets hit on the full does not mean he is out. It still must satisfy all the conditions of the LBW law. Shot played, hit him outside off stump, not out. That looks pretty plumb to me, but he was a long way forward, and you might have a reasonable doubt to say that that was too high. Pitched outside leg, not out. Let's not forget the lefties. Of course, this is pitched outside off stump for a left-hander, and he's going to be on his way back to the pavilion. A right-hand batsman, he wasn't playing a shot, it's going to hit the stumps, but it pitched outside leg, so this is not out. Regardless of whether he played a shot or not, pitching outside leg is not out. Pitching outside leg, not out. Missing the stumps, not out. Hitting outside off but not playing a shot and hitting the stumps is out. Playing a shot outside off, not out. 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 Let's go on to wides. The MCC law on wides is very clear. It's a wide if the ball passes sufficiently wide of the striker where he is standing or would have normally or will normally be standing, unless it is sufficiently within his reach for him to be able to hit it with his bat by means of a normal cricket stroke. There is no extra special severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. If the ball's a little bit down leg stump, a batsman can hit it by means of a normal cricket stroke. If it pitches on leg and goes a little bit down leg side, a batsman is still able to hit it by means of a normal cricket stroke. There is no special extra severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. There is no special extra severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. The same MCC law applies to every game in the NSCA. There is no special extra severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. Scoring. Captains are ultimately responsible in ensuring that the scores add up. Check regularly. Have two guys scoring. Check the score at the end of each over. Have an independent check by someone else at drinks, at tea, at rain breaks. And if there are any inconsistencies, make sure that you double check by the bowler's total plus byes and leg byes. Do not leave the ground disagreeing over the score. Make sure from ball one that you are in control and correct of scoring. This is what a good scorebook should look like. Not with a blunt pencil, not with a leaky pen. Make it tidy and legible, and that will ensure that mistakes can't happen. And just a reminder, there is no extra special severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. R's are a good way to summarise what we've talked about. Respect is an important part of our behaviour on the field each day. The spirit of cricket involves respect. We want our players, and particularly our captains, to ensure that everyone respects the spirit of cricket. Get your results in on time. Ensure your players are registered, and ensure you know the rules. Keep a copy of the NSCA handbook in your kit and the MCC rules. And of course, remember, there is no extra severe law on one-day wides in the NSCA. Thanks for listening to this presentation and taking the time to go through it. Have a great season.